I remember growing up, and I don't know about your family, but my family, holidays were a big thing. We had the big long table with the turkey and everybody laughing, and the kids were at the little end with the card table that was never steady, and that's where I was. And my brother and my cousin were really funny, and they would always be recapping Saturday Night Live skits and have everybody laughing hysterically. And I remember I was about 8 years old. I think it was Thanksgiving, and I remember standing up and throwing out one of the lines from the show, and I just hushed the audience. Oh, it was painful. And I remember just being a little kid sliding back down into my seat saying to myself, I will never try that again, because it was too painful. And so I think as a youngster I thought that my brother and my cousin, because they could make people laugh, they got more love than I did. And it wasn't the truth, but bottom line is in my head it was. So it was a belief. And I think one of the reasons that I created this program, one of the reasons I started teaching the Humor Boot Camp was to show people who weren't funny that they could do it and how to do it. And then the other people who come to the event and come to the Humor Boot Camp are people who are funny but don't understand why. So want to be able to create planned humor rather than just be funny in the moment. And I liken it to, I remember early on in my career, this was long before the Toastmasters World Championship, being at a professional conference and walking down the hallway and just running into this woman who was one of the attendees at the conference. And, you know, I was a quiet kid. I was pretty much invisible. You know, my brother was the jock, my sister was the brain, and I was, you know, just invisible. I was just a nice guy. And I remember this woman walking down the hall after my program, and she just had a straight look, and she was focused and concentrated, and she looked up and she saw me, and all of a sudden this smile hit her face. And I thought, wow, that's cool. It's like I'm not invisible anymore. And something I did released something in her and made a difference, and that was the feeling. And so I created this program to be able to help people who can't come to my live events to be able to experience the same thing, the same processes, the same templates, so they can build their belief that they can too do this as well. So I really put a lot of time and energy and effort to condense the process to make it something that anybody could use, no matter whether you are funny or whether you aren't, but to get more laughs and have that feeling that I had and that I'm still working on today.